Hello everyone. Today I'm going to go over a topic called what is Bassrace. Some of you, I'm sure a lot of you know what Bassrace is. So if you already know and you don't really care to watch the rest of this video, you don't have to watch, but I would enjoy it if you did. I'm just going to go over what Bassrace is. I see a lot of comments on a lot of Bassrace videos, my videos, other videos. You'll be watching a Bassrace video of a 139.9 class, and you'll see a comment on there that's something along the lines of, really? Only a 139.9 with two 18s? I hit a 141.3 with one kicker L712 out of a trunk in my Alero. Ha ha ha. Cool. However, I don't think you understand what Bassrace is. So this is what I'm going to make this video to explain what Bassrace is. Alright, first things first. In order to Bassrace, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a car. Here's the car. Okay, step one complete. I have a car. You're going to need a stereo. Whatever it consists of, it doesn't matter. That's what's awesome about Bassrace. You don't need some extravagant system. You don't need to be louder than everybody else in the world. That's what makes Bassrace really fun. Alright, now the way that Bassrace is made up, there's a few different classes. The 120 to 129.9 class, the 130 to 139.9 class, 140 to 149.9 class, 150 to 159.9, and then 160 and up. So the way that Bassrace works is your run is made up of a 30-second average on music. So every second you're metering with your system, and it's going to take a sample every second, and then at the end of it, it's averaging every single second. So if you have 0 decibels the first second and you have 50 decibels the second second, your average is going to be 25. Okay? And then it just goes up from there. So the goal is to be at the 9.9 at the end of the 30 seconds of the run without breaking out anytime during that run, except for your qualifying run, but I'll get into that. Alright, so first things first, what you're going to do, you're going to go to a show, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to do Bassrace, because I'm awesome, and Bassrace is awesome, and I'm going to be a part of something awesome. So you get to the show, you'll register, pay whatever entry fees you have, then you're going to do a qualifying run. Your qualifying run is basically open to whatever you want to do, whatever you choose you want to do. If you have a system that's capable of doing the 139 bracket and you want to do the 29 bracket, you can do that. You're not limited to one class just because of the equipment that you have in your vehicle. The only thing that puts you in your brackets is the final score at the end of your qualifying run. So what makes it fun is if you're trying for the 139 bracket and your amp protects or your CD skips a bunch of times because it got scratched on the way there to the show or whatever, and your score only ends up with a 29.6, you're going to be in the 29 bracket even though you wanted to be in the 39 bracket. So that's what's really fun. Anything can happen. And you can jump up a class. If you're shooting for a 9.9 when you're qualifying and then you go up to the 0 of the next bracket, then you're going to be in the next bracket, which kind of makes it fun. Alright, and the way that Bassrace is metered or measured is just like DB drag on the glass in the normal position. All windows and doors, everything on the vehicle needs to be sealed. Alright, another thing you're going to need to be prepared for before you go to the show, you're going to need a good song to Bassrace with. You can pick some of your favorites, some that aren't your favorites. I would pick one with a good consistent bass line. There's a lot of songs out there you can use. I definitely wouldn't use something like this.
Till the world ends.
I know that's probably one of your favorite songs. However, it doesn't have a very consistent bass line. Remember what I said before, it's taking a sample every second. So when you have a bass line for 1 second and then you have a gap for another second, it's not metering anything on the other second. So you're only going to have 1 good second of a bass line. So you're going to want something that's really consistent, preferably the same frequency for the entire 30 seconds of your run. Even if you have a song that has a bass line for the entire duration of the run, but it's not the same frequency, your number is possibly going to change depending on the application. So if you have a song that is 40 hertz and then it has a section that jumps up to 50 hertz and then back to 40 hertz, your number is probably going to change, like I said, depending on your application. So you might want to use a song like this. Alright, that song is called Juice Box by Gorilla Zoe. I'm sure a lot of you know that song. That is a good song. However, the version I was just playing is a slowed down version, which is not allowable in Bassrace. There actually is in the rule book right now, it does say you can use a song that is from a homemade recording. That rule, I guess, is kind of up in the air right now. So it needs to be commercially available music that's available to anyone. You can go to the store, buy the CD, purchase it online, whatever, as long as it's available to everyone, making it fair. Alright, so when you're bass racing, here's what you're going to see. You're going to see a standby and then a ready, set, go on your screen. You cannot go before go, otherwise you're going to get what's called a red light, and that is not good. There's 2 types of red light violations. One is for an early start, and one's called an overshot violation when you break out of your class during your elimination run, not during qualifying. So here's what it's going to look like. It'll be standby, ready, set, go. Alright, so now that you got your song picked out, you're going to want to be able to play and pause the song. I like this head unit here. It has a pause button right on the front. My preferred method, very easy to control. So you're going to want to fast forward your song to where your bass line starts and then pause it so you can just play whenever you need it to. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll go ready, set, go, and then you'll probably see the numbers start climbing. So now I'll shoot for the 119 class. I can see my time. So if I keep going, I might break out, so I'll turn the volume down a little bit. Basically, you just don't want to break out of your class. So I can watch the time, a couple seconds left. And perfect, I ended up with a 119.9 during my qualifying run. So that's pretty much how you want to bass race. Okay, so that red light violation I was talking about, I'll show you how that works. I'm going to play my music before I start the meter, and I'll show you what the red light violation looks like. My music is playing, now I'm going to start the meter. Okay, now I started too early, so it's going to show me a red light. During qualifying, that is okay, but during your elimination round, that is not okay. You will be eliminated after that round. Okay, so my first time I qualified with a 119.9, which would leave me in the 119.9 class. If that existed, this is just for reference for now, because I'm in my garage and it's pretty late at night. Oh, my phone's dead. It's that late, my phone is dead. Can you imagine that? So now I'm going to do something different. I'll do a different run where I actually break out of my class during qualifying. So you can see the meter climbing. Okay, I'm still good because I'm qualifying, so if I'm hanging out, up here, that's fine because I'm qualifying, so I can bring it back down. I want to do 19, so I'm gonna go for the 9.9. Oh no, okay, bummer. So I fell asleep during the last 2 seconds of my qualifying run and I ended up with a 20.5. Unfortunate, because now I'm going to have to be in the 20 to 29.9 class. The reasons that this can be unfortunate is because if you have a full bracket of people that are qualifying with good scores, your 20.5 isn't going to be a very good score. And for base race, they only take 8 in each bracket. So if you have somebody, eight people who qualify with a better score than you, you're not going to get to compete. So you basically paid your money to qualify and not compete. So that's why it's important to do good during your qualifying runs. Another reason getting into the qualifying run thing, where it's a good idea to do well during your qualifying run or not break out of your class. For example, if your car only does a 143.5, yes, you'll be able to base race the 39.9 class, but you won't be able to base race the 49 class because your car is not capable of doing that. So you'll want to stay in a bracket that's within your means. Even if your car's doing like a 149.3, that's your max on a burp, do the 39 class. It'll be really good for you. You have a lot of headroom, but don't try to enter that class just because, unless there's not that many people in the class. But shoot for that perfect score. Shoot for that, because that's, a lot of fun, a lot of fun to see. You'll see a lot of ties, and that's what makes it fun.